Hi, this is Nancy McClellan with Design Inventions, and today I want to bring you a really short little video. I want to work on a card. I really love this new Tall Pines stamp set from Gina, and I wanted to do a little ink blending and create a background and just make a really simple card. So I'm going to start out with several different colors from Gina. I've got moonlit fog, a little bit of ocean mist, a little bit of powder blue, lovely lavender, wild lilac, jelly bean green, grass green, and a small amount of fresh asparagus. So I'm going to start with the moonlit fog at the top and add a little bit of the blue tones. Then I'm going to put the purple tones in the middle, and then I will do the greens on the bottom. So I'm just doing some simple blending with my picket fence brushes and just kind of showing you how I'm working these colors through. I am working on a silicone mat today, and a lot of times you can just take your ink and lay it over on the silicone mat too, as you make sure that don't have too much loaded on your brush. And you'll see at the end where I pick a little of that up and I can just move it around the mat. You could use this, or Waffle Flower has their watercolor mat, which is really good to use for this. So I'll speed this up as I go through this process and I add these colors into the background. So I'm just trying to kind of come up with a little bit of maybe an evening type of twilight sky. So I have layered quite a few greens, but I think you need some of those greens to make it work. As I was adding the jelly bean and the grass green, I realized I really was going to need the fresh asparagus just to ground everything a little bit more. And again, these colors are going to, again, what I call melt into the papers, and they're going to, all kind of come out a little softer at the end. So as I work this through and I look at this, I decide, exactly what I need on there. I go back and I will take my different brushes and add a few different colors as I go. So I really realize that I need a little more blue tones. That's where I'm adding in, a lot of that ocean mist and maybe some powder blue to get a little more blue, not as green at the top. But this all does blend really well together. And now I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the violet tones. And Lovely Lavender wasn't getting it, so I add the Wild Lilac. You can see I've put a little bit of Wild Lilac over on the side, and I'm picking that up. So this will actually tone down quite a bit when I get done. So I just finally blend everything together. So you can see that, how the blend looks. It really does have a definite twilight look in the middle and the kind of the foggy moonlit fog at the top. So this is the finished panel that I've decided that I'm going to, leave, finished. And it's all going to kind of come together. So I am going to stamp now the trees. Just going to stamp them in a basic black. I thought about doing some embossing on there, but I really wanted them to be more of the flat black. So I'm going to put those in my Misty, and I'm going to stamp those. I had to stamp them a couple of times. It's a brand new stamp. So I've got those all stamped out and needed to do a little bit more just on that one little corner because, as I said, this is a new stamp. But I did decide that it was going to be nicer just to leave them flat and not do them in an embossed type of look. So I will get this finished and out of there. I'll do a little bit of final trimming it down to panel size, realizing that I needed to really mount it on a black background. That was my decision of I wanted a white card base but a black background. So I'm going to put the card together. You can see I have a thankful sentiment up there, and that came from an oldie but a goodie. It's one of Gina's Stitched Leaves stamp kits, and that was one of the sentiments, and it has a stamp and a die. So I just stamped it with black on the white cardstock. So I'm mounting this on a white card, black border, and then we will use a few pop dots, little foam tape to just place the sentiment. I played a little bit with where I thought I wanted this sentiment to go. You know, did I want it to go in the middle? Did I need it to go on the bottom? I finally decide that it needs to go on the bottom right-hand corner. So I get the pop dots on there, and I put this on the card. So this was a really easy, fun, one-layer type of card, just using these trees. I love these trees. I can't wait to do them in an embossed white design. So I hope that maybe you pull out those blending brushes and you do a little ink blending and just a little stamping and have a good time with this. So thanks for joining me today, and try this new technique.